Hey, welcome to Fun Friday. It's Michelle, and today I'm going to talk to you about a whole plethora of different things, but one of which is what do you do when, like, your normal workouts, routines, day-to-day life, whatever, is thrown off by injury or illness? And I don't have the answer to that. I'm literally asking the question. Because, so, feel free to comment or send me an email or a helpful card. I don't know. I have, if you know my story, I lost a bunch of weight, whatever. I gained a bunch of arthritis, which I've, dealt with on and off, but that's usually always been like it comes and it goes, and I kind of can get around it and things like that. Well, back last year, like last November, December, I was diagnosed with a cyst. But it wasn't like, the doctor's like, well, whatever, just let us know if it causes you problems. Well, it started causing problems like in February or March. And so I went back to see my doctor a few weeks ago. And, it's hilarious because I'm sitting there and I'm telling my doctor, I'm like, well, I've gained 5 or 6 pounds, which I know isn't a ton in a few months range. But when you're an active person, it is, it feels like a ton. Anybody gains a couple of pounds feels like a ton. But, and of course she's looking at me, she's doing the nod. She's like, yeah. Because, she doesn't hang out with me. She's probably thinking, whatever, lady, you're 36. People get old. Things break. And then I told her, I said, and there's something else, like my energy level's just gone. It's kaput. It's not even there. And she's like, And I said, well, I will go and I'll sit on the couch, and I'm totally okay with sitting on the couch, because it's not that I never sat on the couch. It's that I've never, since I've developed this active lifestyle, I've never felt good about sitting on the couch. Like, if I sit on the couch, I'm usually thinking, oh, there's so many other productive things I could be doing. Over the past several weeks, I'll sit on the couch and I'm like, yeah, this is totally what I need to be doing right now, because I don't feel good. So just sit here, do nothing. And I'm okay with it, Sometimes I'll put my feet up. Sometimes I'll call the kids to bring the exercise ball in so that I have something to put my feet on. Yeah, that's where we've gotten, people. Strange world that we live in now. And then I was also like, I'm taking naps. Like, if I'm not sleeping, I'm at least laying down, And she's looking at me like, whatever, lady, you've just described the majority of the American population. What's your problem? And I'm like, okay, this just isn't right. And so here's my thought process, okay? I'm literally like, let's schedule a surgery, man. Get the surgery going. Get in there. Obviously it's not supposed to be in there. Just take it out. A couple of weeks, I'll be back on my feet. Whatever. No, it's not deemed as surgically, appropriate right now. Whatever, because it's not getting in the way of anything. It's getting in the way of a plenty. And so she put me on pills. The pill. Y'all know way too much about my inner workings now, but that's what happens when you jump on these videos. So if you're not screaming and running away, stick around. So I've been on those, which kind of make me a little cuckoo, and more so than usual. And so I'm trying to adjust to those. I'm trying to adjust, my workouts. I'm doing my yoga every day because I'm hoping that will keep me somewhat even keel. And then I'm just kind of learning things. Like, I love jumping on my little trampoline, but I'm learning when you have a cyst that's like gotten too much to handle, the consistent jumping is not the best thing. So I've had to take out my jumping, my running, and all of that. So I'm going, what am I supposed to do? Like, I love that. I don't, I don't do a lot of I don't just jump, but I'll do jump rope and I'll jump on my trampoline and all that. And I can't do that. So it bums me out, which just makes me want to sit on the couch more. It's a cycle. It is a vicious cycle. But, so what do you do? Those, because I know there's probably some of you that are watching that they're like, dude, just sit on the couch. You have a cyst, let it go, just sit on the couch. But the nurse that I talked to the other day, she said it could be 2 months before you're ever even back to your old self. And I was like, 2 2 months. We're in the heat of summer. I have places to go. I'm speaking at an event in August. I'm like, 2 months? No, that is unacceptable. So it means by the time I'm done with my speaking engagement in August, I should be back to my old self and feeling great. So there's certain things. I don't have a pool, so don't be telling me that I should go swimming. Okay, don't do that, because I don't have a pool. And I have an access to a couple of nice pools, but I have issues with like public. I have issues. Like, I have more issues than most magazines, but especially if it's a pool where there's little children, because there is hardly any small child that can get in a pool and not pee. So then that's all I can think about if I'm in the pool, because I'm like, that kid just peed in the pool and now I'm swimming in it and it's disgusting. So swimming, no, I'm not going to do that. I also used to work at gyms that had big pools, and I know horror stories of the stuff that they put in there, and it's disgusting. I should do an entire video series on the horror stories of working in gyms. Oh, that would be good. Comment if you want to see that. If you want to see like a video on the inner workings of a gym from an ex-gym employee, that would be awesome. Some of those memories are on lockdown. I put them under lock and key. They're way back there. They're stuck. So, but no, seriously, what would you do? Even if you don't live an active lifestyle, like even if you're like, hey, if I were you, I would, whatever, comment, let me know, because I really am in need here. I've switched up different things. I've got, I've even done a couple of different videos, because I find when I'm like this and I can't do the workouts that I love making up for myself to do, then I'll do a video, because then I'm like, it's fun, they can just tell me what to do. So, let me know. The second thing going on, anybody have any advice? This is huge. It's like rock your world huge. Are you ready? I'm growing out my hair. I am. Look, my camera went fuzzy and everything. I'm growing out my hair right now. I haven't colored it. It's got a little, see? I haven't colored it or anything. I've been doing on Pinterest. We know the holy grail of DIY. It's like DIY Network Portable on your phone. But Pinterest, I found this thing for a coconut milk mask for your hair, and I do that a couple of times a week. And then I've been putting coconut oil on my hair, and I've been like really, because it's finally healthy, all like 2 inches of it, super healthy. But it's getting healthy, and so I'm trying to keep it that way, because I'll be honest, for about the past 15 or 16 years, all I've been doing it is I will bleach it, I will dye it black, and then I'll dye it red, and I'll bleach it and I'll dye it black and dye it red, and my hair naturally has a lot of red in it, so bleaching it is an issue in and of itself. So if you have any thoughts on growing your hair out, I'm eating avocados like a mad fool, not to grow my hair out, but just, because I love them. And so if you have any thoughts on that, let me know. And I'm looking to make sure that I'm not running out of time. Okay, so the top questions that I've had this week. See, you'll get something out of this too. Give me your comments. Let me know what to do about my exercise dilemma and always wanting to be on the couch and growing my hair out, and then you'll get to hear the answers to these questions. No, really and truly, the top questions that I've had for this week that I felt, sometimes this needs to be addressed. When you get this question more than once in your inbox in the course of 3 days, you should probably address it. So something that I get all the time in my inbox is, how do I feel about certain supplements? Okay. So here's what I'm going to say. And, I've peddled my fair share of supplements back in the beginning, especially because it was sold to me, it's a great deal, blah, 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 yada, yada. But here's the bottom line, without naming names and all of that. If what they are promising is too good to be true, then it's too good to be true. Okay? Are you with me on that? If they're promising that they're going to give you this herb that's going to make you shed fat, increase your lean muscle mass, increase your energy, increase your libido, and all of it, you know, and you're like, what? It's like a miracle drug. When you have that thought, or if somebody says it's like a miracle, you need to be like, whoa, whoa. I believe in miracles. I totally do. It doesn't come in pill form. Last time I checked, when I read my Bible, there was no pill. The closest thing to what we look for in a miracle would be manna, which I think would rock. Even now, you know, just here's what you're going to eat today. And so if it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true. Do your research, do the legwork, but don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Okay, I don't care if it's a pretty color. I don't care if it gives you all the greens that you need for the entire month in one serving. I do not care. If it is too good to be true, it's too good to be true, and it's not going to help you because it's just, you know, the claims are too crazy. And you always have to remember that the FDA, the people that say you can and cannot say that, and by the way, we'll get into all that later, but they, you know, they're not the be all end all. However, they don't regulate any supplements, especially the natural stuff. They're like, whatever, you natural hippies, you know, do whatever you want. And then, you know, people are selling you stuff. They probably don't even take it. Most of those people, natural hippies, they don't take that stuff. Not ever. So, you know, if it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true. Don't get wrapped up in it. The amount of money we could save and, like, spend on real food as opposed to the junk that we're trying to take in is phenomenal, especially considering that most of the time what you're, in the words of Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory, what you're really investing is very expensive urine. When you take those pills and everything, your body just eliminates it. You should bottle that. So that's the first question that's been coming up, is a lot about supplement brands and different things like that. The second one that needs to be addressed is I'm trying to figure, because it gets asked in various different ways. But, you know, how often should you change your workout? Should you change it for the summer? Blah, 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 blah. What should I dip into? All that. My own personal workouts are a little ADHD. They're all over the place. I don't just do one thing. I do not just run. I run sporadically, honestly. And during the summer, I like to run with my family, because if we run on Saturdays, we get to run, and then go have froyo. Who would not run for froyo? And then, you know, I do keep my yoga practice pretty consistent. However, the way I do it is always different. I don't, you know, like the mere thought of like the yoga that's just the same all the time, that drives me insane. Some people love that because they love structure, so that's cool. You embrace that about yourself. I do not dig structure in any of that. So some days I'll be working out for 20 minutes. Some days I'll be working out for an hour and 20 minutes, you know, all split up. So it just kind of depends. So if you're getting bored with your workouts, change them. If you're not seeing any results, like if you started a workout program in January and you're still doing it, congratulations, good for you. You rock. You have beat out about 80% of people. But, you know, if you're still doing it, but maybe you've hit a plateau or something, change it up. Change it up. Sometimes you can just change up the time of day that you work out. You know, if you're an evening worker outer, maybe you wake up a little earlier and you become a morning worker outer. I don't know. Whatever you can fit into your schedule. You know, I do always recommend, we really do not get enough core work or flexibility work anywhere, like across the board. There is hardly anybody gets enough of that. If you're an avid runner, get some core work and flexibility work. It's going to make you run faster. If you are an avid, you know, soccer player, core work, flexibility work, it will make you a better player. It will give you more agility. If you're a football player, same thing. You know, tennis, weekend warrior, cyclist, triathlete, all of these, core work and flexibility, it will change your life. So, you know, and with summer being the way it is, you know, your schedule is probably going to be crazy. Kids are home, driving you crazy, stuff like that. So, you know, work it out. Just don't be so hard on yourself, and have a great summer. And I hope to see you again for another edition of Fun Friday. And hopefully you're going to give me some tips. I'm going to put them into play. My cysts won't be bothering me so much, and my hair is going to be longer. All right? So let me know what you have for me in the comments, and I will see you again soon. Until then, have a healthy day.